Okay, so I will conclude here. So please, you have questions?
Yes, Rinpoche. I will read the first question. Prostrate to Rinpoche. What are the requirements to engage in tantra vehicle? In other words, when is someone ready to receive tantra practice? Thank you, Rinpoche.
Very good question. So as I said before, the base. So there are some basic requirements, which is one has understanding of law of causality, cause and effect, or karma, as we call it. Then another thing is understanding of impermanence, faith in the Buddha Dharma, Sangha, the triple gem, and also understanding of the impermanence, right? Impermanence, faith in triple gem, faith and understanding, and faith in the law of causality or karma. These are basic requirements. And once you have that, and the urge to practice Tantrayana should come from the urge to achieve enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings, which is basically a bodhisattva practice. So therefore, the bodhisattva understanding of the understanding of the bodhisattva vows, understanding of the bodhisattva practice, understanding of what we call the bodhisattva teachings. The basic understanding of the bodhisattva practices are a precondition. So when you have that, so then of course you are ready to practice. You are ready to dive into the practices of Tantrayana, because Tantrayana, as said in the light of the torch of the three reasonings, because the book that we just the quote that we just recited this morning, the torch of the three methods. Yeah, the torch of the three methods. It says it is rich in methods and without difficulties, right? So therefore, the Tantrayana practice is rich in methods and without difficulty, meaning the tantric, as a tantric, if you properly follow the tantric instructions, then you can achieve enlightenment faster than in the Sutrayana route. And you can almost call it a shortcut. And like any shortcut there is, it is also dangerous. So therefore, it has to be done properly. And as I said before, if you dive into tantric practice without the preconditions, without the proper preparation of the basics that I just uttered, I just mentioned, understanding of law of causality, not just understanding, but having true faith in that. So true faith comes when we all say that cause and conditions are there, right? But when you have true faith in the cause and conditions, or in other words, when you have true faith in the law of causality, the karma, then you will do things accordingly. You will not make. You will be very careful not to make a mistake, so that you end up where you are. You end up to you run for a long time and you still end up in the same place that you are. You start running, so you don't want to do that. And then so understanding and faith in impermanence, proper faith in the triple gem, and proper faith in triple gem. When I say that, it's not just about, oh, there's a Buddha, I bow to him. It's not simple as that. So there's something called the three sort of aspirations or mindsets, which is, or sometimes called four mindsets. So the mindset is that there's having faith in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha does not mean, oh, there's the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha is like the equivalent of a god in Buddhist practice. So therefore, I bow down to them. In Hinduism, in Christianity, there is a god. In Hinduism, there are many gods. So they bow down to them. So I also bow down to them. That's my faith in the Triple Gem. No, that's not the case. Having faith in the Triple Gem is in such that you have faith in the Buddha as the doctor, the healer. Having faith in the Dharma as the medicine. And having faith in the Sangha as the nurses, the helpers. And so these are the three sort of mindsets. And one additional mindset is that you are sick. You have to be healed. You have to be healed. I am sick and I have to be healed. Buddha is my healer. The Dharma is the medicine that will heal me up. And the Sangha is the community which will help in bringing me to an healed state. So we are talking about this kind of faith when we say faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha Triple Gem. So it's not like Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha are sitting on the top of the altar and then we just bow down and then we forget about it. That's not the case. So one very important factor, key factor, is that I am sick. This you have to realize very early on. And most of the time we are so egotistically arrogant that we think I am perfect. Everyone else is at fault. He did wrong, she did wrong, they did wrong, this and that. If they had done this and this is right, I have so many things in plan. But because they did this, I couldn't do this. Because they did that. So you're always pointing the finger at them. So what we have to realize is that you are sick. This is very important. So when you have faith, when you recognize yourself as a sick person or a person that needs to be healed, then you will understand. For example, if you are diagnosed with chronic disease, then of course you will run here and there with true faith in all the medical institutions, all the to the doctor, to the nurses, and everyone. You listen to every instruction that the doctor gives you because you are diagnosed with a chronic disease, and then you have like maybe 1 month, 3 days, 4 weeks to live. Then you will listen to every word. Similarly, you have to have such faith in the Buddha and the Dharma. So this basic preparation is necessary, and when you have that, and then just as you are suffering, just as you are sick, just as you have to be healed, everyone else around you, your loved ones, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your kids, your parents, everyone is also in the same state as you are, and you are only one person. And there are millions, there are innumerable. And so therefore, I have to do something for them. And then I can't wait that long to become enlightened, to become a savior and save them all, which in the general Mahayana, what we call the ordinary Mahayana practice or the common Mahayana practice will take 3 eons. Actually, it's called, we call it 3 innumerable eons. So such a long time, we can't wait for that long. That's why I'm taking the Vajrayana path, so that I will become a Buddha as much quicker, and then I will help all those other sentient beings.
Thank you. Question, Rinpoche. Straight to Rinpoche. Can you please explain what to do? Can you please explain what do you mean by perfecting our body, speech, and mind? Thank you, Rinpoche.
Yeah. So actually, I already explained that in the Vajrayana teachings, the perfection of not just wisdom, perfection of the mind, but perfection of body and speech are also covered in great detail, which is not covered in that much clarity in the Sutrayana aspect, Sutrayana teachings. So as I said, the main reason for that is the perfection of wisdom is the perfection of the mind, perfection of the psychology, psyche, but which is gained through realizations. But what you have realized, and the truth that you have discovered, you cannot share it with others unless you have developed the perfection of your verbal capabilities, which is Buddha's teaching. So when you develop the perfection of your verbal capabilities, then you can teach to anyone depending on their own mental propensities. So therefore you need to have that the infinite capability, infinite verbal capability is required. And in order to do that, you have to perfect your verbal capabilities. That's where the verbal perfection comes in, through chanting the mantras of this and that deity. So each deity is a representation or personification of a certain enlightened quality, perfected quality of the Buddha. So when we say Buddha, we're not talking about Buddha Shakyamuni alone. Buddha is a term used for all enlightened beings. So Buddha is just like human beings. When we say human being, we're not thinking about one person. We're thinking about all humanity. Similarly, when we say Buddha, we are talking about all the living beings who have become enlightened. So therefore, the mantras are the enlightened qualities of the Buddhas in a verbal form. Similarly, if I want to pick up a glass in front of me, if I don't have any hands, I can't pick it up. So if I have a hand, I can pick it up. So I want to pick up this glass, which is the perfection of wisdom. I want to drink tea. I want to drink water. I want to drink something. But without my physical body, I cannot express it out. I cannot actually execute my ideas into actual physical reality. So therefore, in order to drink that cup of tea, I need to extend my hand and bring it back, then bring it to my mouth. So that is where the perfection of the perfection of the body comes in. So when we say body, we're not just talking about body as in this very body. When we say body, we are talking about the physical aspect of yourself. When we say verbal speech, we are talking about the verbal, the expressible aspect of yourself. It does not necessarily have to be verbal. For example, if I say, I'm not uttering any word, but you get my message. So so I'm able to express that you should not speak without me speaking. So I can do that. This is a type of verbal, this is an aspect of verbal expression, even though it may not necessarily have to do anything with speech. I can express myself verbally. I mean, the speech expression can be done non-verbally as well.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Like this. That means I'm intently listening to what you are saying. So therefore, so that is the reason why our mind, body, and speech, all three has to be perfected. If you remember, I said perfection of wisdom is for yourself. You have to perfect your wisdom. Perfection of mind. You perfect your mind, you realize the ultimate truth. You get what you want. But that alone is not helpful to extend help to other sentient beings. So for that, you need the two hands, or the two extensions, the body extension and the speech extensions.